What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's video, guys, I am going to do a review of Yashahime Princess Half Demon Season 1, Episode 14. Of course, the name of this episode is called The One Behind the Forest Fire. And also, guys, you can watch Yashahime Princess Half Demon available now on Hulu, Crunchyroll, and Funimation. And of course, on October the 2nd, of this year, we will be getting season 2 of Yashahime Princess Half Demon, aka the second act. That's gonna be really great. I can't wait for season 2 of Yashahime. That's gonna be coming up in 2 months, which is less than a month away because we're almost at September right now. So I guess you could say only I guess almost a month away. So yeah. But anyway, we're gonna do this review right here, right now. So let's get this started. So here we go, guys. So Toa, Sensen, and Morha are all with each other, walking about. Morha is currently still bummed out that she hasn't received any bounty in a while, despite the amount of demons they slain recently. Sesuna asks Morha, why does she have debts to begin with? And Mara tells her it's because of that master. Toa accidentally dropped her smartphone that she brought with her from the modern era. Sesuna picks it up and finds her phone a threat because of how strange looking it is, along with the sounds. It makes when the camera accidentally turns on. Toa explains to Mars what a smartphone is, and also adds that she can't seems to let go of it despite its being useless in the feudal era. Because in the feudal era, there's no signal there, but in the modern era, it does got signal there, so that's why it's useless in the feudal era. But yeah, because there's no signal in the feudal era, because the feudal era is a different time from the modern era. So, because in the modern era, they do have like signals for smartphones, the feudal era does not. So Moroha compares Toa's achievement to her smartphone with the kappa foot that Grandpa Higurashi gave her as a gift while she was in the modern era. So Toa says that Moroha reached out at Yupi's place. Moroha walks in and bumped into a beautiful woman and thought she was at the wrong house at first. Moroha walks right out and apologizes, and then the three girls go in together. Moroha asks the girl if it isn't strange for somebody so beautiful to be at Yurbi's place, as Toa says in the scenes, quite shocked themselves. So Takechihu tells them they have a wonderful job from their very special client. Riku also makes his appearance and grabs the girls. Riku tells them that the job isn't coming from him, but it was a request from the beautiful woman. The woman also agreed herself into the girl, informing that her name is um, Tamano. Tamano. So Riku explains Tamano's story to the girls, saying that Tamano escaped from the evil god from the Nordic mountains named Homura. Homura. Uh, Tamano continues the story, saying that her and Tamano live alone in the mansion in the northern snowy mountains. Her and Homura were not married to one another. However, Homura personally has been caught up in the idea that they are married, as mentioned by Jabubi. Saying Tamino elaborates more on her storytelling. The girl that she was raised in her grandparents in a village at the foot of a snowy mountain ever since she was young. Soon after she turned 13 years old, she had always been offered marriage proposal by every man, even from merchants and samurais who lived far away. She declined every marriage proposal until one night she was kidnapped by Homura. Homura, if that's how you pronounce the name, if I do pronounce the name wrong, guys, I do apologize. But anyway, Homura into the snowy mountains. Homura took uh Tamano into his mansion in the snowy mountains, but strangely his mission was not affected by snow and always heard spring weather instead. So Tamano um con- continues by saying Homura treat her with warmth and kindness at first and took care of her very well. But it appears at the time when Homura became overly protected, jealous, and perceived Otama whenever a man simply makes eye contact with her, with every man with her who even look at Tomino for a second, Homura will kill them by burning them to death with his fire abilities. One day, Homura also blamed Tomino for seducing the man that looking at her, even though Tomino did no such thing. So Homer has always told her that she only belongs to him, and shortly after, Homer didn't want anyone to look upon her again. He locked Tomino up in the jail cell and suddenly forever from ever seeing anyone besides himself. So so Tomino, had her pin and like tool that she kept in her kimono to pick up the lock of the jail cell and escape from it with success. In escaping Homura's mansion, she runs through the snowy mountains, but she falls while running. At this moment, a person she had never seen before rescued her from the mountain, which happens to be Riku. Riku was brought her back safely to Jagger's place. So Riku asks Toa what she thinks of Tamino's solution with Homura. Toa compares the solution with her addiction to her smartphone, although there's no one understands what she means by that. Because of the strong jealousy that Homura holds, Toa says that Homura assumes that Homura will be looking to slay Riku from taking Tamino. Riku then tells the girls that this is the reason why he's come at Jakura's place to ask him to slay Homura in his stead. Tamino tells Riku that she fears going up against Homura will be too dangerous for the girls, but Riku informs her that they are half-demon princesses. So Joffrey also adds, saying that the herd of Homer will have extremely high bounty on it, and of course Mora accepts the missions to slay Homer without a second thought. Mora also convinced Toa to go with her to slay Homer. So Toa and Mora rides behind Takachio and Kilala into the snowy mountains on the way to Homura's mansion. In the meantime, we see Homura finding out that Tamino has escaped from the jail cell. He locked her in and become infuriated. It becomes too cold in the mountains for Takachi and Killan to go out further with the girls, so they drop the girls off and head back home for a bit. While waking a bit after a bit of a walk, the girls find Homura's mansion and exactly described by Tamino being unaffected by the snowy weather. So Riku and uh, Tomura are still at Jabari's place, and Tomura tells Riku she is still worried about Toa Setsumura going after Homura. So Riku tells Tomura that if someone doesn't slay Homura, she will never be able to get away from it. Adding on that, Homura will always find her no matter where she hides. Riku expressed his thoughts on Tomino, saying he could never understand the love affair of human beings. So Toa says that Amora peeks through the Hummer's mansion, and the entrance seeing Hummer distraught after Tomino's disappearance from his mansion. Mora charges into the mansion, facing Hummer face to face, and immediately tells him that Tomino isn't at this mansion anymore. Toa says to catch up with Mora, preparing the battle with Homer. So Homer consistently asks the girls where are Antonio's whereabouts, and Moorhead lets her know that they won't be telling him. So Homer shoots Mara with a large breath of fire, thrusting her away from the mansion. Luckily, Mara rose at the fire. Rat protects her from the fire attacks. So Homer continues asking Toa where is Tamino, and Toa tells him he can keep someone from his side without her consent, letting him know that he's being selfish. Toa Both began attacking Homer with their swords. The rainbow pearl and each other's eye reacts as well. Homer witnessed the glow of the gold and silver rainbow pearls in Towa Sensen's eyes, and shockingly remembers seeing them in the past. Homer is shocked to see that Towa and Sensen are alive, and they ask him, what does he know of them? Homer tells him he thought that he was sure that he killed them both back then. We are now showing a flashback of the woman and Homer together. Of course, the woman in a mysterious theory named Zero commands Homer to burn a forest down. Zero asks permission from Lord Shishoma, who is also with them. It is fine by him to burn the forest down. Shoma doesn't stop them, and Zero tells Homer to burn the forest and erase those curse of the Hat Demon sisters from the face of the world. Homer then burns the entire forest down with his fire attacks. The forest fire is by Zero and Homer. So from the same forest fire and separate Toad and Homer from when they were roughly 4 years old. This caused Toad to be thrown into the modern era with the rainbow currently opens in the middle in the midst of the forest fire. So Homer were under the impression that he burned the entire forest down, but he's in shock to see both Toad and Center had survived, seeing them right now. Homer admitted to Toad that he was the one who burned the forest, and Toad became enraged after learning that he is the reason why her and Sensei became separate at a young age. Sensei witnessed how angry Toa has become after hearing Homer's story that affects their lives. Now, so we're back at the scene where Riku and Tomino Jumper's place. Riku is currently at the gym of the ocean until he comes out of the house. Riku tells Tomino even if she goes to Homer's place, nothing is likely to change. However, Tomino tells Riku that she wants to be the one to settle things with Homer and doesn't want to put Toa Sazamara in danger because of her. So Riku then says he'll accompany her if she wants to go see Homer because there is something that Riku wants to see for himself. So Riku calls upon Takachio with the ring for the sorcery, the blue pearl that he wears, and his able to take and go off at Homer's mansion. Toa and Setsuna, are in an ongoing battle with Homer. So Homer says if they assume Zero and perhaps the Shomu finds out that Toa and Sensei are alive, he will be in trouble. So Homer is now determined to defeat Toa and Sensei, attacking them with a blow of fire. The battle continues between Toa Sensei and Homer as the twins attack Homer at the same time. Homer gets counter their attacks, leaving the girls in a state of rich abilities. Thankfully, they were protected by save of Moroha's Crimson Dragon wave attack as Moroha finally meets with Toa Sensei once again covering in snow. So Homer summons a gigantic spear of fire to prepare to attack the girls. Moroha summoning that they retreated, but Toa is determined to defeat Homer for the reasons of tearing her and Setsuna apart. Setsuna is speechless of Toa's determination and avenge their lost past. So let's see. Okay, so Homer gets ready to turn the girls into ash with his gigantic spear of fire, but in the nick of time, Tomiko, Riku, and Takachio meet at the Homer's mansion. Tomiko calls out Homer's name, asking him to stop fighting. Homer stops from attacking the girls, growing emotional hearing the sound of Tomiko's voice. So Tomiko pleads for Homer to stop fighting with the girls. So Homer immediately stopped caring about fighting the girls and asks Tomino, who is this guy? Then sees reference to Riku as they flow in the sky. And Takachi is back as expecting Homer becomes jealous. So Riku asks Tomiko if she will return to Homer's side after Homer's expressed jealous freely. So Tomino disagrees, saying that she will never do that. So Homer becomes stunned and offended of Tomino's words. So Tamara continued to tell Homer that she will never return to him and will live by herself without him. Toa at the moment looked shocked, and Tamara came all this way just to break up with Homer. So Homer falls victim to Tamara's words begging her to come back to him, and assume that she is being swayed by Riku. And Homer expresses how much he loves Tamino and falling into his knees on the ground in despair. So Homer engulfs his surroundings in flames due to being complete despair from Tamino's rejection. Whatever Riku proposed or not, took hold of Tamino's hands to protect her from the flames. So Hara becomes even more jealous and claims that he loves Tamino and how she belongs to him, against his side by his own feelings of jealousy and more humor in a body ends. So Homer's body becoming generally in flames after being complete disarray. So Homer burned himself up and the mansion appears that Thor and simply that's saying that she didn't slay Homer herself and sat in the grab her in her arms to escape the burning mansion. So Homer burns herself into ashes and begins to become overwhelmingly angry. So Riku observes Homer suffering and thinks to himself, how utterly absurd. Nothing good comes from a loving of a human being. Not for the great dog demon, nor for Sasoma. Nothing but destruction. Riku once again is still US. So everybody is now back at Jabari's place. Tomiko, takes leaves to return to her grandparents' home. Moha is once again disappointed that she's unable to collect a bounty again, and Takachiyo laughs at Mora's pain. Towa says that she is done walking around with a smartphone, saying that she doesn't contact anyone anymore, anyways, and has sensitive about her side. So Towa noticed that Sensor is gassing her, and Sensor asks Towa if she's feeling better. My heart finally. As we see in the last shot of Rika being by a bystander. So yeah, so that includes of this review. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Yashahime Princess Have Demons Season 1, Episode 14. Overall, I thought this episode was actually pretty good, decent episode. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I like how they tell a good story, it tells a good story. That Tamino doesn't want to be with Hamura, and him basically burn himself alive and just die because of the jealousy and hatred and stuff. And then Toan found out about he was responsible for why Toan says it was separated when they were 4 years old from a fire forest. Like it was an amazing storytelling. It was pretty cool. I actually love this episode of episode 14 of season 1, Yashi. One of my favorite episodes for season 1. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. Post your comments in the comments section. Tell me what you think about my review of Yashi and Princess Hat Demon season 1, episode 14. And do you like this episode? Do you hate it? Did you watch this episode? Did you watch it? Let me know in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts and your opinions on it. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye, everyone. And Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.